are just fountains of blood.
I'm trying to remember exactly where I have to go. I know one place I can go, but I'm not sure.
Fairly typical of this game, yes.
Yeah, I know one place I can go now that I've double jumped, but I'm trying to remember if that's actually going to take me where I need to go.
So if you had to give us a completion rate on this game so far?
We're through the bulk of the normal castle at this point.
Yeah.
Because the thing is about this game is that it starts a little slow, but as soon as you start getting the right items, like it ramps up pretty quick.
Yeah.
You start getting through things a lot faster, and the story, like, basically the area that we need to get to right now is that Coliseum I was telling you about, and that's the first time you fight Richter.
Yeah.
And the second time you fight him is not far after that, and that's the end of like the first part of the game.
Mm-hmm. See, I have such disdain for this whole like 100% completion thing, because like you just redoing the whole game does not sound like fun after just doing the whole game.
Yeah,
I get it, but I get it.
But like I just said too, like it ramps up, so it's like it's not really the same as doing the whole game again when you do the inverted castle.
Yeah.
And you go through the inverted castle so much faster than. Oh, we can do this. I didn't even think about that. And this will take us somewhere.
What is that, by the way?
It freezes time. That sub-item.
That's not clear.
Well, it is when I'm fighting an enemy and I'll use it.
No, I meant it's not clear what that does based on the icon.
Well, the icon's a clock, so that kind of makes sense. But then, like, this thing, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be.
What is that? It looks like a toilet. I just didn't understand. No, I know what you mean. In Destiny, so for example, they have these legendary upgrade materials that...
I think I can just... Oh, it is called...
to upgrade a single weapon, you need 16 of them.
Oh, yeah.
And you only get one at a time.
Jesus.
At level 24. Like, it's really slow. But if you play on level, like, 30, you get 2 at a time, and it just makes it so much faster. Like, it's really quick. And then, like, there's other game modes where if you play the weekly at base level, you get 1 strange coin. And if you play it at max level, you get 9. So, like, they're literally being like, listen, if you get to the highest level, we're not going to mess around anymore. That feels like a game-breaking spell.
Yeah.
You're just wrecking people.
Well, it does take up, like, half of my MP.
Yeah. How do you regain MP?
Over time.
Just, it's like...
Yeah, it just regens.
Man, that makes me want to play Warcraft 3 so bad. Remember those days. Out of mana.
Oh, so, we didn't talk about it, but when I went up that other thing when I used to freeze time and go up there, I picked up a bunch of equipment that looks like the equipment you start the game with. The ones that Death takes. But, they are not.
They are not?
They are not.
Where does Death take everything of yours?
They're in the inverted castle.
Oh, is it?
So
do you
I got the Alucard sword and the Alucard shield.
Resembles family shield. Why are you not using them?
Look at the stats. The left side is what I am right now, and the right side is what it becomes, and you can see the arrows tell you if it goes up or down.
Then why did you even get them?
Because they're there.
Oh, of course.
Oops, I didn't mean to.
No, Chaku! So...
Ooh, extra action. But I'd rather have the intelligence.
What was I going to ask you? I literally just lost it. Oh. So with Death, do you actually meet him again at any point in the game?
Yeah, you fight him in the inverted castle.
Oh.
He's like the second to last boss.
Okay.
Before Dracula.
Okay.
That's the one thing I love about this game too, is you don't even fight Dracula, like, in the main game. So there are people that played through this game and didn't go through the inverted castle because they didn't do it right. They never see Dracula.
Well, I don't know how you could love that, but okay.
Because I think that's...
It's neat.
That's like...
That's a pain in the ass.
Well, yeah. It would suck if you didn't know it. Like, someone told you later, and you're like,
right.
Fuck, I never got to do that.
Yeah, that would be me.
But I think it's awesome.
Again, it's so comical to me the way PlayStation uses 3D in such strange places. Like, that's a 3D model. Yep. But everybody else is a sprite. You know, so why did you have to put it on such a strange system to do this?
I'm curious to play. I doubt I ever will, but I want to play the Saturn version. It doesn't run as well, and the music's not as good. But it you can play as Richter or Maria from the start of the game. You can play as Richter in this game, but you have to beat the game first, and then you have to put your name in as Richter, and you can play as him.
Clever.
But you can't play as Maria.
Is it just different powers and stuff?
Oh, it's a completely different game because he only has a whip, and he doesn't have equipment. It plays like in a normal Castlevania game, but it's still open world and stuff.
I'm confused. That does not sound like fun.
It's cool though.
I don't how.
Because he's actually really strong.
Can't you just give a whip to Alucard and be done with it?
No, he doesn't have any whips.
I don't know. That just sounds like a painful way to play. It'd be like playing Half-Life 2 with only like the SMG. It's like, well, you can do it.
Yeah, but I think you don't. I don't know. I can't think of the word.
I don't appreciate.
Yeah, like
shenanigans.
There are people that play these games that need stuff like that to do.
What?
Because they love to play the game, but you
They
only
need
play as
stuff to
Alucard so much.
Crazy
You know?
people.
It reminds me of there's another Castlevania game for PS2 called Lament of Innocence, where you play as Leon Belmont, who's a whip wielder and stuff. Hey, we're at the Coliseum. This is where we fight Richter eventually, if we can survive long enough to get there.
Come on!
Some of the areas here are fucking.
Let's fight him now!
Ridiculous.
Fight him now!
But yeah, in that game, in that game, you
Kill Richter. Oh shit! I'm not gonna take your shit.
In that game, after you beat the game as Leon, you can play as another character called Joachim. And it's a totally different game because you don't get like items and stuff and equipment.
Why is this fun?
Because he's a totally different character. Joachim has 6 swords that hover around him, and you shoot, like you throw them at people. And he's such a cool character.
That's cool.
It's so much fun to play as him.
I understand that.
We need a save point. Richter's that way.
Richter!
But we need a save point.
Find him. Kill him.
Or we can use that. Yeah, I don't need the time thing. We were already here, if you remember.
No.
But now we have a shortcut.
What was I saying to you?
That sounds like half of this episode.
Sounds like Half-Life 2, I meant.
Half-Life 2, yeah. We were done with that. I still haven't played through Half-Life 2.
What?
The whole thing.
You crazy person.
I know. That's where our things reverse, where it's like, I have all these games that you've never played that are crazy, but
yeah,
I never could get through all of Half-Life and Half-Life 2.
How not?
I've started them multiple times.
Like, did it not just keep you interested?
Yeah,
or?
I don't know.
Was it hard?
No, not hard.
Okay, well, damn. Yeah, I mean, I have my gaming blank spots. Like, I haven't played a Legend of Zelda game, you know, so...
You have never played a Legend of Zelda game?
Not more than just an hour.
Oh, you don't fight Richter here. I thought of that weird. You meet him here, but he's not. This is the first time you actually meet him.
Okay, well, shit. I've never played more than an hour.
Did you see this?
Of a Zelda game. Kit wrecked.
I love this weapon. Oh, I'm out of hearts.
He's a Ninja Turtle. That was a Belmont.
See, that's a boss. That's how you know it's a boss, is when you get this thing, if you get it.
Does it always life max up?
Yeah. Zelda, man, how can you not have played a Zelda game ever?
I've gotten through the first, like, hour of...
Yes!
I've gotten through the first hour of, the SNES Zelda.
The first hour?
Yeah. And then I played first 20 minutes of the Final Fantasy games. And that's about as far as I can get.
Dude.
Because I'm always like, I could be doing something more fun right now.
That's probably true. But, oh, what? Don't do that. Man, I love Zelda. I've actually had some interesting, like, haven't had conversations about it, but I've heard some interesting things about Zelda lately.
Yeah.
Listening to podcasts and stuff. And they were talking about, also, have you seen the sequelitis for Zelda?
That was good.
It's just pretty good. It's not as good as the Mega Man one, but it's good. It'll probably not mean nearly as much to you since you haven't played them.
I've followed the lore. I mean, I'm such a bad person when it comes to this stuff. Like, I haven't read a single Harry Potter book.
Really?
But I've watched all the movies, and I've read nearly every Wikipedia article about it.
Right.
Like, I went to the Harry Potter wiki, read everything about every character and every event, but I haven't read the books. I don't know what's wrong with me.
That's weird.
So I've done that with a lot of series. Like, I know a lot about Metroid lore. I know a lot about Link and Zelda lore.
Yeah.
I haven't played them.
But yeah, so I've heard a lot of talk about Zelda recently. Just kind of like, you know, and it's smart. It's not just people hating on it or anything, but why Zelda hasn't really been the same since like the NES, and kind of what's wrong with that, and like why we need like an original Zelda again. And it's interesting. Like, I mean, I love Ocarina of Time, and obviously Link to the Past is easily one of the best ones ever. But you know, people are right in that, you know, Ocarina of Time is not like Zelda. If you define Zelda as the original Legend of Zelda, there really hasn't been one since then. You know.
But isn't that kind of not fair?
I think it's not fair in a way, but you know, they gotta do what they want to do. They don't want to make the original Zelda game over and over again. Granted, that's not a good argument either, because they've been making the not Zelda game over and over again.
Well, I think Nintendo's always treated Zelda as just like a world of characters that they can just grab as they feel like making a new type of game.
A new type of game, though, because generally they are all kind of the same. They're like, Zelda is literally the same story over and over again, but then they throw in different variables.
Sure. Well, is it the same story or is it the same format? I mean, is it always Link saves Zelda, gets Ganondorf killed?
More or less, yeah.
For real? Okay, well.
I mean, there are variants of it.
I suppose Mega Man X is the same way. Mega Man kills bosses, catches Wily.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
And X was the same way.
Yeah, well, kills Sigma.
But I mean, I think the complaint from people comes that, you know, the original Zelda was super open world. It was like literal open world, and you didn't really get direction, and it was all about the adventure and the exploration.
Yeah.
And then every other Zelda since then is, you know...
Oh my gosh! Those guys on horses are hilarious.
And they're also difficult as fuck.
No, I get it. I'm not a fan of exploration for exploration's sake. So, like, Pokemon is a giant open world, but I want to explore all of it.
It's still very linear and
exactly
straightforward.
I like for people to say, here's the path. You can veer off it as much as you want, but here's the path.
Right.
Because otherwise I get lost. And
I'm kind of on that... I agree with that.
A lot of my complaints about the original Halo trilogy was that, like, you just get lost and you have no idea where you're going. Like, you can just walk around a corridor for like 5-10 minutes and be like, well, I'm just as lost as I was when I started.
In Halo?
In Halo.
Really?
Yeah, man. Usually Halo...
I would say that's not a facet of exploration, though. That's a facet of bad design.
I guess, but, like, you'd clear a room of enemies.
Halo is ultimately linear.
Oh, Halo is extremely linear. But there's still parts of the levels where, like, they'll give you a vehicle, and you'll be like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I can drive anywhere.
Yeah.
You have no idea where you're going.
$1,000.
So it wasn't until later that they added, like, green versus red doors, and usually you go in the green door and you're fine. But I love the fact that, like... Yeah, so they give you, like, a green unlocked door that you walk through after you clear a room, instead of walking through the red locked doors that you can't go through. Huh. Whereas it used to be just, like, all gray doors. You have no idea where you're going. So, like, I love the fact that Bungie... Like, I feel like Bungie can do no wrong, in my opinion, because they always learn from their mistakes. In Destiny, no matter what, you can tell... It will tell you where to go at all times.
Yeah. Because
it is an open world. There are plenty of times where, like, you start a mission, and then a public event happens, and you just ignore the mission for half an hour.
Yeah.
And then you have to get back to whatever you're doing. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
There have been times when I've left a boss fight to go, like, grind for a while, and then come back to a boss fight. Right. Which is really cool to me. Like, that's the freedom that I want. It's like, there's always something to be doing. And I'm not just lost for lost's sake.
I agree with that. But what do you think about something like Skyrim?
Well, so I've never played.
Okay.
So, tell me what
Have you played any of the Elder Scrolls?
No.
I've
heard
I
people...
don't really know how to describe it.
Listen, I understand. People crush, like, hundreds of hours into these games. They're expansive, open worlds. You just kind of figure out what you're supposed to be doing, right?
But there is still a main plot line and stuff, and all of that's still there.
I've watched people play Fallout. I've watched people play Elder Scrolls. The problem is, like, and I know not everyone's a salesman, but like, or salesperson, but, you know, people will be like, you can do anything, which means you can do nothing. Like, in literally my opinion, a complete lack of structure is, like, it's not that I don't crave freedom. It's that, like, if you put me in a box with 3 guns and you say you can do whatever you want, that doesn't excite me because there's no objective.
I'm with you.
I'm a big achievement whore, so like I'm always constantly trying to do that.
I mean, there's different ways to think about game design.
Yeah.
And creating a really good open world and stuff could create a good sense of game design. What? You want to end the episode then?
It was a good time.
Okay. I guess we'll continue with game design in the next episode.
Well, I mean,
in the middle of
we'll probably run it for like 2 minutes, and then, you know, you'll have to find another save state, right?
All
right, we'll finish the topic, and you can cut this crap out.
Let's just
go ahead.
I mean, I guess there's different ways to think of game design, but my way typically is like, you know, good game design is invisibly controlling the player to do what you need them to do,
right,
to accomplish certain tasks, right? And in an open world game like Skyrim, or like, I mean, I guess you could say Fallout kind of falls into that, but Fallout, I think, does a better job. It has better game design in the same way that I'm saying that it's completely hands off. Like, they've just built a world and they want you to do whatever. And I don't find that to be good game design.
Yeah, it's not a compelling argument for me. Like, you've given me a sandbox and you're saying that I can do whatever I want in it, and that's great. But it only lasts so long, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I think I've never gotten bored of replaying the same missions in Destiny, because I'm like, this is a fun mission. Like, I can do whatever I want within this mission, but I'm still going to beat a level.
Yeah. I think that back to Zelda, I think that's where people are kind of split on it. Like, they really like the original Zelda, where it's like, there's a story, but you don't really experience the story in the game, and there's no pushing you around to do certain things. You just have to figure it out. And then every Zelda after that, they've created a format and a story, and they've created an order to do the dungeons, and like, there's a game to complete.
Yeah.
There's an objective.
Yeah.
And like, some people really like that original one. Some people, you know, I like, you know, I basically play the Zelda games for the story. The gameplay is fun too, generally, but I want to see how they told this time, you know, how Link and Zelda, you know, beat Ganondorf. Because every time it's somewhat different.
Yeah.
Not to say I'm, you know, not getting tired of it, because, I mean, for instance, I never finished Skyward Sword. I played it for, you know, I loved the game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I played through to like 3 or 4 dungeons or whatever, but then I, you know, got distracted and got on to something else, and then I never went back and finished it. And I still don't really think I need to go back and finish it, you know, and I think that's a problem. You know, back when, like, hell, when Wind Waker came out, me and my friend both pre-ordered it, got it day one. He brought his GameCube over to my house, and we played it until we beat it. Both of us, on 2 separate TVs, on two separate GameCubes.
Wow.
Played it together and beat the whole game.
Yeah.
In one sitting. Like, we didn't stop. That's what how Zelda used to feel and mean to me, and it just doesn't anymore. You know? I'm really hoping that the new one, the Wii U one, is going to be... Oh, sweet. Look at that shit.
What?
I got petrified, but it's like true form or something.
It's kind of cool.
Generally, it turned into that. It's a random chance. Though.
Interesting. Well, that was sweet.
But yeah, I'm really like, they're saying that the new one's going to be open world, and you know, in a sense, I know what open world means for Zelda. Some people are saying, you know, it's going to be like a Zelda Skyrim hybrid. I wouldn't be against that. You know, it's one Zelda game. One Zelda game can be different, and I'm totally fine with that. Look at like Majora's Mask. It's an amazing game because it's not like the others. But you know, who knows what it's going to be? They could have already changed their mind about the whole thing, and it could be just another Ocarina of Time rehash, and everyone would be fine with it because Ocarina of Time's amazing. I'm amazed you haven't played a Zelda game. We might need to play a Zelda game at some point.
At that point, I still wouldn't be playing it, though.
It's true. Although, we could do where you're playing it.
Yeah, maybe. I'd probably just be lost all the time.
Yeah, but I'd be there. Because I know everything about Zelda games.
Turn right, turn left, come on, get to it. Yeah, I could do that.
That'd be interesting, too, because we'll probably be doing it from far apart. I don't see us starting another game before we move, or before I move. And we do need to find a game for you to play, because I think so far I've kind of got the monopoly. We've done Smash Brothers together.
Give me an FPS, I'll play through.
True. What FPS haven't you played?
For example,
or is there one you want to play?
Well, I'm gonna do a Half-Life 2
Halo
playthrough soon.
Half-Life 2?
Yeah. That might be
Let's
a good
do that
time.
then, because I haven't done Half-Life 2.
For you.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. We should do that.
Sweet.
And plus it's on PC, so we won't need to figure out how to record it for you. Because
Steam lets you do live broadcasts now.
Yeah.
Games.
We can just do it that way. Because after I move, console-wise, I'll probably, unless you were to buy the device yourself, I'd have to do all of the streaming.
That's fine.
For console stuff. We'll have to find more PC stuff for you to do.
Oh, I got plenty.
Yeah.
I haven't finished Portal 2 yet.
Oh, I want to play Portal 2. Legitimately.
I played through 90% and then I haven't touched it in a year.
You got?
Typical me.
Alright, that's an hour and a half long episode.
Hell yeah.
I'll cut it up into like 3 parts.
Hell yeah.
Easy. That's it. See you guys next time.
Alright.